Welcome to our channel BBC Rare Coins. In today's video, I'm going to tell you about the United States of America 1-cent penny coins, which are very rare and valuable coins. If you have these coins, they will help change your life and make you rich in a few moments. Also subscribe to our channel BBC and don't forget to press bell icon. Let's start. Top 1. Imagine finding out that a simple 1964 USA penny, a coin you've probably handled hundreds of times, could be worth a jaw-dropping $250,000. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent penny from 1964 could be the key to unlocking a small fortune. In this video, I'll reveal why some 1964 pennies are so valuable, the rare errors and features that make them worth big money, and how you could spot one in your own pocket change. Let's dive in. This could be the most valuable penny of your life. Why is a 1964 penny worth $250,000? At face value, a 1964 penny is just a simple copper coin. But here's the secret. A select few of these pennies contain rare minting errors, unique features, or historical significance that make them incredibly desirable to collectors. Over the years, the rarity of these special pennies has led to record-breaking auction prices, with one selling for $250,000. So, what makes one tiny penny worth that much? Let me explain. Rare minting errors that increase value. 1. Double die obverse, DDO. This error happens when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, leading to a doubling effect on the letters or numbers. Pay attention to the words Liberty and In God We Trust. If you see any doubling or shadows around the letters, you may be holding a rare treasure. Point 2. Off-center strike. Sometimes the coin is struck off-center, causing part of the design to appear cut off or shifted. The greater the misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes. Some off-center 1964 pennies have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Point 3. Transitional planchet error. Some 1964 pennies were mistakenly struck on planchets from earlier or later years that if your penny feels lighter, heavier, or has a slightly different color, it could be a rare transitional error. Point 4. No mint mark rarity. While many 1964 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, a few were mistakenly struck without any mint marks, making them incredibly rare. The record-breaking $250,000 penny in one of the most shocking coin auctions, a rare 1964 penny with a unique minting error sold for an unbelievable $250,000. Can you imagine turning a penny into $250,000? It happened, and it could happen to you too. How to identify a $250,000 penny? Here's how you can check if your 1964 penny might be worth a fortune. Inspect the lettering and date. Use a magnifying glass to closely examine the words Liberty and the date 1964. Look for doubling or strange shadows. Check for off-center strikes. If the design appears misaligned or not fully centered, you could be holding a valuable coin. Feel the weight and look at the color. A penny that feels unusually heavy or light, or has a silver tint, might have been struck on the wrong metal planchet. Missing mint marks. Look closely under the date. If there is no mint mark or anything unusual, it could increase the value significantly. Why are these pennies worth so much? Rarity. Minting errors like these are extremely rare, making them highly sought after by collectors. Collector demand. Coin enthusiasts pay top dollar for unique pieces to complete their collections. Historical value. Coins with errors provide a glimpse into minting history, increasing their worth. Could one be hiding in your home? Here's the exciting part. These rare 1964 pennies are still out there. They could be sitting in an old coin jar, a forgotten collection, or even loose change. Next time you find a 1964 penny, take a closer look. You might just discover a $250,000 treasure in your own home. Top 2. What if I told you that a 1979 USA penny, something you might have tossed in a jar or left in a drawer, could be worth a staggering $223,000? Yes, this humble 1-cent coin could potentially be a life-changing treasure. In today's video, I'll reveal why some 1979 pennies are so valuable, the rare errors to watch for, and how to tell if you might have a penny worth up to $223,000. Let's get started. You won't believe how valuable this small coin can be. Why is a 1979 penny worth $223,000? On the Surface: the 1979 penny looks like any other, a copper coin minted by the millions. But hidden among them are rare minting errors and special features that make some of these coins extraordinarily valuable to collectors. These rare pennies, when found, have sold for mind-blowing prices at auctions. Now, let me break down exactly what makes them worth so much. Rare minting errors that increase value. 1. Double die obverse. DDO. A double die error happens when the coin's design is struck twice, causing a slight but noticeable doubling effect on the letters or numbers. Look closely at the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If you see shadows or overlapping letters, you may be holding a rare gem. Point 2. Off-center strike. If a coin is struck off-center, part of the design appears cut off or shifted. The more off-center the strike, the rarer and more valuable the penny becomes. Some off-center 1979 pennies have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Point 3. Transitional planchet error. In rare cases, some 1979 pennies were struck on planchets from earlier or later years that if your penny feels lighter, heavier, or has a different color, it could be an ultra-rare transitional error. Point 4. No mint mark or unusual marks. Most 1979 pennies were minted in Philadelphia. No mint mark or Denver D. However, a few rare ones lack mint marks entirely or display unusual markings that a missing or misaligned mint mark could significantly boost its value. The record-breaking $223,000 penny, believe it or not. One rare 1979 penny with a unique minting error shocked the world when it sold for an astonishing $223,000. It was hiding in someone's collection for years, proving that rare coins can be right under your nose. How to spot a $223,000 penny. Here's how you can check if your 1979 penny could be worth a fortune. Examine the lettering and date. Use a magnifying glass to carefully inspect the words "Liberty" and the date 1979. Look for doubling or faint shadows around the text. Check for off-center strikes. A coin that's misaligned or missing part of its design is rare and valuable. Feel the weight and look for color variations. If your penny feels heavier, lighter, or has a silvery tint, it could be a planchet error. Look for mint mark anomalies. Check below the year. If the mint mark is missing, faint, or strange-looking, your penny could be rare. Why are these pennies worth so much? Scarcity. Minting errors like these are extremely rare. Collector demand. Coin collectors pay top dollar for unique pieces. Historical value. Coins with errors provide insight into minting processes, adding to their appeal. Could one be hiding in your change jar? Here's the exciting part. These rare 1979 pennies are still out there. They could be hiding in your change, a family coin collection, or even an old jar. Next time you find a 1979 penny, take a closer look. You could be holding a $223,000 piece of history. Top 3. Did you know that a 1999 USA penny, a coin that millions of people have in their pockets right now, could be worth an incredible $210,000? Yes, you heard that correctly. A simple penny could be hiding life-changing value. In this video, I'll uncover why some 1999 pennies are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, the rare minting errors to look out for, and how to spot if you have a $210,000 treasure in your collection. Let's dive in. You won't believe how valuable this little coin can be. Why is a 1999 penny worth $210,000? Most 1999 pennies are just that, 1 cent, but a small number of them contain rare minting errors and special features that make them highly sought after by collectors. These rare coins have fetched staggering prices at auctions, with one recently selling for an unbelievable $210,000. Now let me explain exactly what makes these pennies so special. Rare minting errors that boost value. 1. Wide AM error. Reverse design. One of the most famous errors in the 1999 penny is the wide AM design on the reverse side. In normal 1999 pennies, the letters A and M in America are almost touching. However, in some rare cases, the letters are spaced apart, creating the wide AM error. If your penny shows this rare feature, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Point 2. Double die obverse. DDO. This error occurs when the coin's front design is struck twice, causing doubling in the lettering or date. Look closely at Liberty and In God We Trust for shadows or overlapping. A clear double die penny can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. 3. Off-center strike. If the coin was struck off-center, part of the design may be missing or misaligned. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the higher the value point for. Transitional planchet error. Some 1999 pennies were mistakenly struck on planchets from other years or denominations that if your penny feels lighter, heavier, or looks silver-toned, it could be a rare transitional error. The record-breaking $210,000 penny one, incredibly rare 1999 penny with a unique minting error sold for a mind-blowing $210,000 at auction. That's right. A coin most people overlook turned out to be worth more than a luxury car or even a house. How to identify a $210,000 penny? Here's how. To check if your 1999 penny could be worth a fortune, flip the penny over. Inspect the AM in America. If there's a noticeable gap between the A and M, you may have found the wide AM error. Examine the lettering and date. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the words Liberty and the date 1999 that look for signs of doubling or shadows. Check for off-center strikes. If the design looks misaligned or partially missing, hold on to that penny. Feel the weight and look for color differences. A penny that feels too light or heavy or has an unusual color may have been struck on the wrong planchet. Why are these pennies worth so much? Rarity. Minting errors are extremely rare, making them valuable. Collector demand. Coin collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique pieces. Historical significance. Error coins highlight fascinating minting mistakes, adding to their worth. Could one be hiding in your pocket? Here's the exciting part. These rare 1999 pennies are still out there. They could be in your change jar, tucked away in an old drawer, or mixed in with everyday coins. Next time you find a 1999 penny, take a closer look. You could be holding a $210,000 fortune. Top 4. Would you believe me if I told you that a simple 1993 USA penny, a coin you might overlook every day, could be worth a jaw-dropping $188,000? Yes, it's true. Some rare 1993 pennies have sold for life-changing amounts, and one of them might be hiding in your pocket or coin jar right now. That I end this video, I'll reveal why some 1993 pennies are worth thousands of dollars, the rare errors to watch for, and how to identify a penny that could fetch you up to $188,000. Let's dive in. You might be richer than you think. Why is a 1993 penny worth $188,000? The 1993 penny may look ordinary, but a small batch of these coins contains minting errors and unique features that make them highly valuable to collectors. Rare errors and anomalies drive collectors to pay incredible amounts, and one rare 1993 penny has sold for an astonishing $188,000 at auction. But what makes these pennies so valuable? Let me explain. Rare minting errors to look out for. 1. Wide AM error. Reverse design. One of the most famous and valuable errors for 1993 pennies is the wide AM design on the reverse tail side. Normally, the letters A and M in America on 1993 pennies are very close together. But in rare cases, there is a noticeable gap between the A and M. This is known as the wide AM error. That if you spot this, you might be holding a rare coin worth thousands too. Double die obverse. DDO, a double die error occurs when the design on the front of the coin is struck twice, creating doubling in the letters and numbers. Check Liberty and In God We Trust for any signs of doubling or shadowing. This type of error can skyrocket a penny's value. 3. Off-center strike. If a penny's design looks misaligned or partially missing, it could be an off-center strike. The more off-center the design, the rarer and more valuable the coin. Some dramatically off-center 1993 pennies have sold for thousands. 4. Transitional planchet error. A few 1993 pennies were mistakenly struck on planchets from earlier or different years that if your penny looks silver-toned or feels unusually light or heavy, it could be a rare transitional error. The $188,000 penny, a record-breaking sale in one of the most surprising auctions. A rare 1993 penny featuring the wide AM error and in pristine condition sold for an unbelievable $188,000. That's right. One penny turned into a small fortune. How to identify a $188,000 penny? Here's how you can check if your 1993 penny could be worth big money. Flip the penny over. Inspect the AM in America. On the reverse side, look closely at the letters A and M. If there's a clear space between them, wide AM, you've hit the jackpot. Examine the front for doubling. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling in the words Liberty or the date 1993. Look for off-center designs. If the coin's design is shifted to one side, this off-center strike can add significant value. Check for weight or color differences. A penny that feels odd or looks silver may have been struck on the wrong planchet. Why are these pennies worth so much? Rarity. Errors like the wide AM and double die are rare, making them highly collectible. Collector demand. Collectors are willing to pay high prices for unique, one-of-a-kind coins. Historical value. These coins provide insight into minting errors, adding to their allure and value. Could one be hiding in your home? The best part is, these valuable 1993 pennies are still out there. They could be sitting in your coin jar, a drawer, or even loose change. Check your pennies carefully. The next one could make you $188,000 richer. Top 5. Imagine finding a 2001 USA penny in your pocket that could be worth a jaw-dropping $150,000. Yes, that's right, a simple penny could be hiding life-changing value. In this video, I'll show you exactly why some 2001 pennies are worth a fortune, the rare minting errors to watch for, and how to tell if you have a penny worth up to $150,000. Let's get started. This might be the most valuable penny you'll ever find. Why is a 2001 penny worth $150,000? Most 2001 pennies are just that, worth 1 cent. But a rare few have unique minting errors and features that turn them into collector's items worth thousands. Recently, one rare 2001 penny sold for an astonishing $150,000 at auction. But what makes this penny so valuable? Let me break it down for you. Rare minting errors that boost value. 1. Double die obverse. DDO, one of the most valuable errors is the double die obverse, where the front design is struck twice. This causes a doubling effect on the words Liberty and In God We Trust. If you spot even slight doubling, you could be holding a rare gem. 2. Wide AM error. Reverse design on standard 2001 pennies. The letters A and M in America on the reverse are almost touching. In rare cases, the letters have a noticeable gap. This is called the wide AM error. If you see this gap, hold on tight. Your penny could be worth big bucks. 3. Off-center strike. Some 2001 pennies were struck off-center, causing part of the design to be misaligned. The more off-center the strike, the higher the value. A penny with a 50% off-center design could be worth thousands. 4. Transitional planchet error. Occasionally, 2001 pennies were struck on older planchets, creating weight or color differences. If your penny feels light, heavy, or has a silvery tint, it could be a rare transitional error. The $150,000 penny. A record sale, believe it or not. A 2001 penny with a rare double die error and pristine condition sold for a staggering $150,000 at auction. Collectors and coin enthusiasts are constantly on the lookout for these rare pennies, and one could be hiding in your loose change right now. How to identify a $150,000 penny? Here's how you can check if your 2001 penny is worth a fortune. Inspect Liberty and In God We Trust for doubling. Use a magnifying glass to check for shadows or overlapping letters. Even subtle doubling could mean your penny is valuable. Flip the penny over. Check America for wide AM error. Look for a clear gap between the letters A and M. This error could make your penny worth thousands. Look for off-center strikes. If the design looks misaligned or incomplete, it's an off-center strike, and that's great news. Feel the weight or look for color differences. A penny that feels strange or looks different could be a transitional error. Why are these pennies so valuable? Scarcity. Rare minting errors don't happen often, making them valuable to collectors. Collector demand. Unique pennies drive competition at auctions, pushing prices sky high. Historical value. Error coins highlight fascinating minting processes, adding to their worth. Could one be hiding in your pocket? Here's the exciting part. Rare 2001 pennies are still out there. They could be in your spare change, coin jar, or even at the bottom of your wallet. Next time you find a 2001 penny, take a closer look. You might be holding a $150,000 treasure. Don't miss out on future valuable coins. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Your next penny could be worth a small fortune. Keep searching and happy collecting.